Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a reading for you this morning. I've been sitting here trying to get the message out for just a little bit, which happens to me quite often. There's a lot of second guessing going on, a lot of second guessing. So that's the energy that's present. It's not just me being kind of wishy-washy or the thing that's most present that for me to read is the stream of consciousness, the energy of being scared of the unknown, doubting yourself, and not knowing where to go next. For some of you, it's a really exciting thing to imagine the possibilities, like you're being given the opportunity to manifest some things and alchemize and draw some things your way. With like vision boards, or I just see you like crafting something. For some of you, it's like you just had some space freed up. Like, did you get fired, or were you let go of a position, or did you just quit a job or something like that? Now you have all this time to like put towards your creative projects and open that Etsy account or that Etsy business that you wanted to do before. There's possibility here. And that's the light side of it. On the shadow side of it, there's a lot of fear in that's not guaranteed though. I can't rely on, like, where is the relied income coming in from that? Or there's a lot of doubt. Can I do it? Can I do something? Would I be able to do something like that? Would I be successful? Blah, blah, blah. For some of you, it's within a relationship, like you had been dating two people, or, just casually meeting up with people or dating, and you like one a little bit more than the other, and you've decided that you want to like really focus your energy on the one that feels more aligned right now, and so you've decided to cut it off with this other person, and there's this element of excitement about exploring more deeply this person over here, but there's a little bit of doubt in, did I make the right decision, and blah, blah, blah. So in this message, there are pieces of the puzzle that I have for you that are needed and necessary to add to the puzzle. You can't do it yourself. You're not supposed to. That's why you're here. Something that you need to know. Something that drew you in. There's even just a code of information. There's some sort of light that's here that's meant to alchemize you towards what is aligned for you. You just have to allow for that. I'm hearing like there's just this self-doubt. Did I make the right decision? Did I make the right decision? That really is like at the core of this reading. Did I make the right decision, or was the right decision made for me? The energy here in this space is a combined energy of mine, yours, and everybody else that's watching. It's like a creator space. You have the ability to put a thought into this space right now that contributes to not only the message for you, but for everyone else that's here. Do you have a piece of the puzzle for someone else that's here watching this video right now? Yeah. So your thought, whatever comes to mind right now, like intuitively, you're all intuitive, you're all like in tune with, each one of you has gifts and abilities. Each one of you knows how powerful your thoughts are. So place that here in this space. Let's create it together. My thought right now is you're meant to work with a partner. You're going to thrive moving forward because you've chosen a partner. You've chosen to partner. Or if that's you creating that Etsy business, you're meant to have a partner. But you're so used to working on your own and doing things on your own, there's an aspect of you that you don't want people to see. And so you prefer to work on your own. But you're supposed to work with a partner. You're supposed to. So that doubt that you have in yourself is what keeps you hidden. But I have a feeling that the right partner is going to help to build you up and compliment you in a way where you don't doubt yourself. They're like they see something in you that you have a hard time seeing, or you doubt about yourself, and you see that same thing about them too. And there's this balance, this like validating balance between you guys, where they're like, no, just for me, the biggest doubt that I have in myself is right after I record the reading and I go to post it, and I'm not quite in the flow of the information coming through anymore, and I kind of settle back down into Karen's body again, and I'm just like, what the hell was I even talking about? There's no way that I can post that. It doesn't even make any sense. No one's going to listen to it. No one's going to watch it. Like, why is this important to other people? And people are going to judge me, and like all those little tiny Karen voices come back on here, and sometimes it takes me a long time. I'll mention to a friend or a client of mine or something like, I recorded this video the other day, and they'll say something in their session with me, and I'm like, oh, that exact same thing came up in that reading. I need to post the reading. And they're like, why haven't you posted it yet? I used to have a client who would text me randomly and just say, I have a message for you. I'm supposed to tell you to either make that video or post it. I haven't talked to you in months. But there it is. Just do it, Karen. Stop doubting yourself. It's always right on time. And I'm just like, okay. That's essentially the energy of the person that you are meant to partner with, either in business or in a romantic relationship. It is more of a partnership than you've ever known or trusted or allowed yourself to be a part of. Why is that? Let's get more into that. We'll get more into that. But the two cards that came out to begin with are this: come together. And this was, there's a certain alchemy that happens between you guys that isn't there when you're on your own, obviously. And so important. You're an alchemizer, and the more that your energy is meant to mix with other people's. Your knowledge, the knowledge that you have that you gain on a daily basis, whether it's book knowledge or things that you're like learning in school or the School of Hard Knocks or life or whatever, or even just like light that you're downloading. You're meant to share that knowledge with other people. Sometimes just by being around them. There are some things that I was downloading yesterday after my therapy session. I'm doing some EMDR. That your disc is almost full is a notification I just got up. I was like, oh God, I should record a reading right now. But there's this level of self-doubt that was just like, I don't even know if I can get it all out right now. And I don't know if it's just self-doubt. There's some kind of information here that I'm meant to share with you and that you're meant to share with the other people that are watching this video, okay? So whatever thought it is, the thought that came to me was that you are supposed to have a partner. And when you surrender to that, either you're going to choose it or the universe is going to choose it for you. If you can allow yourself to be fully seen, whatever it is that you're hiding, because it's embarrassing or you think people are going to judge you, that is going to come up for you to see, for someone else to see. It's almost like it's going to be right in your face and in theirs. Like you're going to be forced to tell them for whatever reason. Not that they're going to force you, though maybe they do. The universe is going to force you to tell them something that you, about yourself, that you've been hiding or that you're so scared people are going to judge you for. And they're going to surprise you. They're just going to be like, oh my God, I have the exact same thing going on with me too. And yes, it's like, it's something that I don't like about myself. It's something I've been putting off. It's something that people might look at as lazy, or I don't like it about myself, but I am so frozen in fear or stress or overwhelm or whatever that I just can't, 11:11 on my recording, bring myself to do it. They're like, I know, I just had the exact same situation happen, and I ended up telling somebody about it, and it turns out that they knew somebody who could help me with that, and they were super patient with me and completely understanding. They have people like that come to them all the time, and 11:33 on my recording, and you're not alone. Until you reveal yourself. The partner can't show up. They can't. You're not sending out the right signals. You're attracting the wrong people too. You're attracting people to you. Oh, this is good. You're attracting people to you who keep secrets. Okay? And I think that at some point, like, you're alchemizing with them too. But it's not really in the best way. Like, you can mix all of these, I'm just seeing like potions. You can mix a love potion together that's beautiful and successful and brings people love, and it, makes, it's like this magical experience, and it brings people together, and blah, blah, blah. You can also mix different chemicals and stuff together and create poison. That's what alchemy is, essentially. Right now, you're alchemizing with someone who, it's like, I just heard stirring the pot. It's an aspect of you that you're keeping hidden. And so you've drawn this person into your life, a person who keeps lots of things hidden. And so keeping them in your life as they are is an alchemizer to continuing to need to hide yourself or hide certain aspects. Like, there are certain aspects of you that you hide from them too, because they will judge you. They will. And it will make you feel doubt and bad about yourself. So you're alchemizing with the wrong person, the wrong people, the wrong job. And I feel like here, this video is meant to be a catalyst of, I just heard positive alchemy. I don't know if, I'm not going to question what it is that's coming through, but positive feels like it's kind of a judgmental thing. It's just more aligned alchemy. 14:14 on my recording. These two these two cards here equal the number 11. I'm just seeing these pillars. These pillars. It's you and this person that are pillars of the community. You gotta get right with yourself. It's like you need to come clean about something. You need to come clean about something. This person is keeping you hidden too. It's like this person doesn't want people to know about you or to know about your interaction with each other. That's very specific. I do feel like they're keeping their feelings for you hidden too. Like trying to keep them at bay. As if they might be judged. They're worried about being judged by other people for being involved with you because there's something about you that they can feel that you doubt about yourself, something that you're not proud of, something that, like, as an example, I don't necessarily tell everyone that I have a YouTube channel or that I read cards or that I'm a spiritual guide or that about a lot of this. I am afraid of judgment and what they say or people making fun of me or whatever. So there are a lot of times that I keep that hidden. Keeping that hidden puts off the energy that there's something shameful about it, and you attract people who will judge it, who will make fun of it. And so that's just an example. Okay? There was another thing I wanted to get into, but I don't think we have time for that now. Details. This is on the bottom of the deck. There are parts of your life that you have been putting off. There are certain things, certain everyday things that you need to check off your list. Checklist. There are things that you've been putting off that it's time for you to finally face, finally do. There are things that I've been putting off for years. Make a list, like literally make a list of those things. And just start one of them. Just start one of them. And you're going to create this momentum towards a whole new path. I had been putting off my bookkeeping and my taxes from last year for the longest time. And the longer I put it off, the harder it was, and the more shame I felt around it. And the longer I put it off, the longer I needed to put it off. And it was because my bookkeeping, I just didn't have a system for it. And that was overwhelming for my brain. And so I just never would get around to it until tax season came around. And then I have to compile all my books for the whole year, pretty much. And so I finally got around to do it. I was just forced to do it. I had to. I sat down and I just forced myself to start doing it. And once I got into the flow of it, it felt really good. And I kept going and I kept moving. And it was based off of, I feel like, someone's judgment of me too. And I hate to say that the motivating factor for doing it was like the fact that somebody else was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, get your shit together, girl. And I'm just like, hey, I have ADD, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the day, I was just like, you're right, okay. And it was somebody who really meant something to me. And so I ended up, it was just like the little push that I needed. Because essentially I was judging myself for it anyway. So it was finally someone, like I took into account their judgment, but really it was like I was taking into account my judgment and how I was making things harder on myself. And so instead of feeling so much around it, and I think something happened that day that I started doing it too. Like somebody canceled on me. And I was trying to keep myself distracted and not pissed off and fill the space. It was like this angry energy, which became this creative force to get all of it done. It was great, actually. It did come from anger, though. So, whatever that means for you guys. Oh, this is another piece of the puzzle for you, okay? This is another piece of the puzzle here. If you stop looking so closely at all the teeny tiny little details and sometimes pull back just a little bit, instead of looking, like this is in reverse, instead of looking at all of the details, take a step back. Take a step back and just witness what's going on in your life. Someone is rejecting you, someone isn't texting you, someone has been ghosting you. Instead of being immersed in it and being like angry about it or whatever it is, take a step back. Like for me, it was that situation. They canceled. I can take a step back and look at it now. They canceled on me that day because that's not what I was supposed to be doing that day. Anyway, I had an expectation that that's what I wanted to be doing that day, was hanging out with my friend. But it was a good thing that I wasn't, because I had that whole day free and I got all of it done. So much of it. And I felt so good afterwards. When I think about that situation and them canceling on me, it like still pisses me off. But I can look at it like, yeah, but man, it freed up this space over here for this time that I needed. All I needed was the motivation of anger to get me. Like sometimes it's a really fueling source. Right? So take a step back and look at the big picture instead of being so immersed in the situation. Come back around and look at it later and see if you can find some more clarity in the details. You see that? Clarity. It says important notes. Important notes. Okay? Take a step back. Take a step back. There are details that you're missing because you're trying to look so closely for them. If you can just sit back and just feel into it, those details are going to become clear. It's just going to start flowing for you. 22:22 on my recording. Okay? There's a detail on these cards right here that if I just sit back and absorb and look at, it's going to help to reveal something else. I'm going to hold them up for you too. I feel like you're meant to look at this and get something else from it too. I used to record readings where you would just see the cards themselves, because a lot of times you get more messages out of it from seeing the cards yourself too, getting visual cues from it. So I feel like that's part of it here, is that there are details on these cards that you intuitively, it will trigger something for you that I'm not meant to read into. I'm just supposed to show it to you. Some of you think I use the reference of certain things that have happened in my life, not just to work through it for myself, but because it shows up as like relevant energetic information. And it's the picture of that thing that had happened to me. And if I take a step back and look at it, I know it's a collective energy that I'm experiencing it. And they're showing it to me in a detailed way. But if I step back, that knowledge is meant to be shared with you because of a situation that you have going on. It may not be the exact same thing, but it could be that something like that is coming up and going to happen for you, or I'm witnessing it because it has to do with you guys too. So even though it's not the exact same thing, the details are not the exact same thing, take a step back and just think, okay, well, what is that situation for me? And there are some of you who are here who, like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? If you just clear everything out and you take a step back, instead of looking at all the details of your own personal life and how this applies to you, how does this apply to someone else watching this video right now? How does this apply? You're all very intuitive. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? You have a message for someone else watching this. So put it down in the comments below. Put it in the comments. Take a step back and provide some clarity for someone else here, which in turn is going to provide clarity for you too in a certain way. I guarantee it. So whatever comes to mind. I just heard bookkeeper. I just heard 7, the number 7. I just heard you have a long way to go, like, and I'm seeing MapQuest or Google Maps. And so there's like a road trip that you're meant to go on, or you need to go and see a friend who lives down in the southern part of your area, your state, the country, in the south somewhere. You have a friend who's in the south. And so you either need to go on a literal road trip to go and see them, or you need to call them. Some of you need to call your mother. I heard someone is grieving. Someone is about to be grieving. Like, not you guys, but a friend of yours or a family member of yours or something like that. It's time for you to get in touch with them. They're grieving, or they're about to go into a grieving stage. For some of you, someone is trying to get pregnant and they need that intuitive spark from you. You had a sense, you had a feeling that this time around, like they've been trying over and over again, and then this time around it's going to work. There's another one who, see, all these things are dropping in. All these things are dropping in. It's for someone on here at some point. 2 years from now, you could watch this video and get this message. Or they could get your message. So don't doubt yourself. This is about like not doubting yourself. Just the first thing that comes to mind. Put it in the comments. And each one of you, make sure you go down and you read all of the comments. Or you come back to this video later and come back to the comments, because someone here has a message for you that is meant to help be a piece of your puzzle and alchemize what it is that you're moving towards right now. Or what's coming your way. For so many of you, it's meant to bring you into partnership with someone else in your life. Either romantic partnership or business partnership or a friendship or something. They have a piece of your puzzle. You have a piece of their puzzle. Okay? This is like the creator space. Now, if you guys want to dig more into your own puzzle, if you guys want me to tune into the pieces of your puzzle, if you felt guided to work with me in the past and something has held you back, it feels like now is the time. My information for that is down in the box below. I don't really have much availability opened up right now in the schedule itself, but I do have more availability now opening up because I'm not doing the work for that platform anymore. So I'll have to go on to that today. I'm writing that on my list. Update my availability for individual sessions. If you want me to just record a reading for you, I have that on my website where you can go on, and my website needs to be updated too. That's one of the things that I have been putting off and putting off and putting off is updating my website. It is so out of date. I don't even offer some of the services that are on there anymore. It's something that I don't even want people to go to my website. I can't believe I'm even saying that right now. That's something that I feel judged about and something I judge myself for, but it's so hard for me, the technical aspect of rearranging the website and stuff like that. Update website. That's been on my list for a really long time. But update my availability. If you want me to just record a reading for you, just go to my website, order the recorded reading, no matter what it says on there, and just leave a note for what it is that you want more clarity about, and I will pull the pieces of the puzzle together and send you over a link, a private link for your recorded reading. I used to do those all the time. If you need more information for any of that, just feel free to email me or leave a comment down in the box below. Okay? Love you guys.